The language. Actors love Shakespeare because of the language, all the references, the double entendres, the cool costumes, the crazy concepts. There's so many different ways you can play just one of his plays. I think actors love it. They relish it.
I would say everything's right there in the text. You know, if you're not sure about how you're being perceived, you look back and find out what all the other characters are saying about you. It's all right there. What you said about the language, it's really such a permission slip for you to, dive in and express. I mean, Shakespeare's words were meant to be heard, not so much studied and read. So being the vessel for that kind of exploration is incredible.
I just think he's an incredible storyteller. And what are there are like 12 original stories out there to tell, and he damn near gets at every one of them. And originally,
I was thinking when Jackie was saying this, it's like, why does a cook love a stocked kitchen? Because everything is there. They can do whatever they want with what is in that kitchen. So, and as an actor, it's finding those fun little parts that you get to, oh, this would be great to do. I can then, I can use this.
For an actor, it's a dream to do Shakespeare.
I would say, to make it specific to this production, the easiest thing about performing Shakespeare is working with these folks. Because honestly, it's all right there in his face. How can I not love this? How can I not respond to this best friend who's running away? How can I not do it's all right here. So I've been very blessed. It's an amazing cast.
Everyone in this cast has really brought it.
Don't endeavor to understand every word. As with a song, you need to let it wash over you. Then suddenly images and phrases will pop out with great significance. If you're intellectually trying to grasp everything that's coming at you, you're really limiting yourself.
I think a lot of the fear is that Shakespeare must be done in a heightened voice, thusly. And it's just not. And these words we all have taken great care with our director to know what we're talking about. We know what we're saying. We know how to communicate it. And therefore, it really becomes very easy to follow. I think the audiences who may not have a lot of experience with Shakespeare will be very surprised.
And this is a play about love. Adolescent love, sexual love, deep love, fantastical love, unrequited love, and it's universal. So if some of the words are being missed, which even people in Shakespeare's time missed the words, the feelings and the actions of love will resonate with everyone and will cause you to be happy and sad and laugh, because we've all been made crazy by love.
You look at me with great consternation, my lord.
It's exciting to me when it's not Elizabethan style, because it's one of those stereotypes that Shakespeare is highfalutin and wigs and fancy costumes, and it's, I don't know, in this day and age when everybody has seen everything on film and TV and on stage, it's just nice that you could go and watch people interact. It doesn't have to be weighed down with all this stuff. It's just words and people interacting and fun, sometimes tragedy. But having a minimal style or no style, it sometimes makes it more accessible. You're not caught up in stuff.
Why do actors love Shakespeare? I think actors love to hear themselves talk.
And you do a lot of that.
And they like to say that, when you like to hear yourself talk, you want to say the best words possible. I mean, Shakespeare invented most of the ones we use today.
I think for somebody like me, I haven't done a lot of Shakespeare, but the idea of doing it excited me. So I think it was because I knew it would be a challenge, both physically and mentally and verbally. And so I really wanted to be a part of it. I feel like, too, for an actor like myself, who I do a lot of musicals and a lot of comedies, it was really sending me, I felt like it lent me a certain credibility to appear in a Shakespeare show. So I'm very excited about the whole aspect of doing it. So that's why I had to.
What I think is interesting is that it's doing a musical is not far off.
Not at all.
You have to sing the words.
You do.
have to sing the poetry.
Yeah.
And so those skills come in handy, especially in the comedies.
Definitely.
Bottom.
Oh,
Hairless.
yeah.
The actor playing Bottom.
I would say the entire, well, the last
Yeah.
scene, everything the Rude Mechanicals do,
Yeah.
that final scene when we're it's after the wedding, we're watching the play within a play that they've been working on the entire time, and it's hysterical.
Forget the lovers.
No.
Forget
Fairies,
anything.
no.
If
Mechanicals.
you're not there for
Play within a play. Play within a play. And we're not even in it.
We're not in it. No,
We're not in
it's
that
not
bit.
self-serving at all.
They have this. It's hilarious. Who's ever put off by Shakespeare? If they see this play within the play, these rustic guys, working men, putting on their own little show, they will roll in the aisles because it is hilarious. And every production does it their own way, and it's always funny.
Me.
This
All
one
my
right
moments.
here. Dead My Dove?
Dead My Dove.
Yeah, he's
Dead
a
My
beautiful woman in the show. He plays a lovely woman. I think you would miss that. The play within a play
Yeah.
is hysterical. Amazing. They really think they're the best. And so I think the audience will have a really good time with that. And also, too, being able to see the show staged in such I think, a very different but very appealing way. I think there are sections of the show where the costuming really dictates the movement, and that will be very exciting. I will not give it away here, but you will like it. And there's something about me and lots of fabric that could be fun. And just thinking about that in general. And I think, too, there's some dance, and you'll hear some great music.
And it's in the round.
And it's in the round.
That's very rarely done around here.
Right, very rarely. And so I think you'll be able to kind of, if you do not come, you'll miss a whole experience. You'll miss...
The casting is very clear. The casting is
It's a great cast.
amazing.
That's
cast
another
of
reason to see it. I mean, a really wonderful
talented
cast.
people who make sense of the poetry. You know, it's all about relationships.
You totally buy it all
So
and know
clear.
exactly what they're saying.
It's easy to understand when you see one person talking to another person how they feel. So I don't think it's even an issue with this particular play. It seems like a non-issue.
I think as an actor, when you come work here at freeFall, you're always inspired by the production, but this has inspired me a little bit more than normal because I didn't have a great background in Shakespeare before, and there are times I find myself, going, Matt, you do need to pay attention and perform the next series of lines, but when Roxanne Faye or Jean D'Alessandro or any of these people are saying these words in this beautiful language, I find myself as enamored as I think audiences will be, and then I have to kind of pinch myself and get back into it a little bit. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I kind of have big crushes on all of them.
Follow me down Midsummer Night.